What if I told you that your brain is your most powerful tool for making money? But most people never learn how to use it the right way. Imagine if you could change just one thing, your mindset, and start attracting better opportunities, making smarter decisions, and creating real wealth. The truth is, success is not only about working hard, it's about thinking smart. In this video, you will learn 12 simple but powerful rules that can train your brain to make more money. These ideas are easy to understand but life-changing if you follow them. Watch until the end. You might discover the one rule that changes everything for you. Rule 1. Believe you can become wealthy. Before you ever hold more money in your hands, you must hold the belief in your mind that it is possible. This is where most people fail. They don't even try, because deep down, they don't believe they can be wealthy. Maybe they were told, "People like us never get rich," or "You need to be lucky to succeed." Maybe they saw poverty all around them, and their mind accepted it as normal, as their destiny. This kind of thinking creates an invisible prison. It stops people from dreaming, from trying, from growing. But the truth is this: wealth begins in the mind. If you don't believe wealth is possible for you, your brain will stop looking for opportunities. It will ignore good ideas. It will not take smart risks. You'll say things like, "That won't work for me," or "I'm not smart enough to start a business," or "I don't know the right people." And so, the chance to become wealthy will slip away. Not because you didn't have talent, but because you didn't believe. But here's the good news. Belief is a choice. You can decide to believe something new, even if your past was full of failure, even if you grew up poor, even if no one in your family ever became rich. You can choose to say, "I believe I can build a better future." And that belief will start to change everything. When your brain believes something is possible, it starts to work in new ways. It becomes more alert. It looks for solutions instead of excuses. It becomes creative. It takes action. Think about this. Every rich person you admire was once where you are. They had fears. They had doubts. They had no guarantees. But they believed something better was possible. That belief gave them the courage to learn, to try, and to fail until they succeeded. You must do the same. Say it to yourself. I am capable. I can learn. I can grow. I can build wealth. Even if it feels strange at first, repeat it every day. This is how you reprogram your brain. Over time, your belief becomes stronger. You begin to take action, small steps at first, then bigger ones. You learn new skills. You manage your time better. You surround yourself with better people. And slowly, your life starts to change. Belief is not magic, but it is the beginning of every transformation. Without it, nothing happens. With it, everything becomes possible. So, train your brain to believe in your future. Believe that wealth is not just for others. It can be for you too. Not tomorrow, not next year. It begins with what you believe today. This is the first and most important step to making more money. Rule 2. Change your thoughts about money. Your relationship with money begins in your mind. From a young age, most people hear things like, "Money is the root of all evil," "Rich people are selfish," or "It's hard to make money unless you lie or cheat." These messages enter the brain and become part of how you think. You might not even notice it, but these thoughts can create a strong wall between you and the wealth you want. If you think money is bad, your brain will push it away. This may sound strange, but your brain is designed to protect you from what it thinks is dangerous or wrong. So, if you believe that having a lot of money will make you a bad person, or if you think rich people are greedy, your mind will stop you from becoming wealthy. You may not take action. You may miss good opportunities. You may make poor financial decisions without knowing why. All because deep down, you believe money is something negative. But here is the truth. Money is not evil. Money is neutral. Money is simply a tool, like a knife or a hammer. A tool can be used to build something or to destroy something. It depends on the person using it. A good person with more money can help their family, support their community, and create freedom for others. A bad person with money might use it in selfish ways. But the money itself is not good or bad. It's the intention behind it that matters. You must train your brain to see money as something positive, useful, and powerful. Money can give you choices. It can help you live with less stress. It can give you the freedom to work on what you love. It can help you take care of your health, your loved ones, and even strangers in need. When used wisely, money is one of the greatest tools for good in the world. So how do you start changing your thoughts about money? First, become aware of the beliefs you already have. Ask yourself, what did I hear about money growing up? Do I feel guilty when I talk about money? Do I admire successful people, or do I secretly dislike them? These questions will help you uncover your hidden beliefs. Then, start replacing negative beliefs with empowering ones. Say things like, money is a tool for freedom. Good people can do great things with wealth. I deserve to live a life without financial stress. Repeat these daily until they become natural in your thinking. Also, spend time learning how money works. The more you understand it, the less you will fear it. Read books, watch videos, and listen to podcasts about saving, investing, and growing money. This knowledge helps you feel in control and confident. You begin to respect money and treat it wisely. When your thoughts about money become healthy and positive, your actions will follow. You will begin to attract more opportunities. You will use your money with purpose, and you will build a better, stronger financial future. Remember, to change your financial life, you must first change the way you think about money. Rule 3. Focus on skills, not luck. When people see someone who is rich or successful, they often say, he's lucky, or she was in the right place at the right time. But this kind of thinking is dangerous. It teaches your brain to wait for luck instead of working for progress. If you want to make more money, stop focusing on luck. Start focusing on skills. Skills are your real power. People who earn more money are not always smarter or more talented, but they have learned how to solve problems. They know how to help others, lead teams, sell ideas, or build things people want. These are all skills. And the good news is, anyone can learn skills, including you. Think about this. Every skill you learn is like adding a new tool to your toolbox. The more tools you have, the more jobs you can do. The more jobs you can do, the more valuable you become. And when you become more valuable, people are willing to pay you more. Let's take a few examples. If you learn how to speak clearly and confidently, you become better at interviews, presentations, and leadership. If you learn sales, you can start your own business or help someone else grow theirs. If you learn digital skills like graphic design, video editing, or coding, you can work online and earn from anywhere. Even learning emotional skills, like staying calm under pressure or managing stress, can help you perform better at work and avoid burnout. There is no limit to what you can learn. The internet is full of free videos, online courses, books, and communities. You don't need a university degree to become skillful. You just need time, focus, and a desire to grow. So ask yourself a powerful question. What skill can I learn this year that will increase my value? Don't just wish for more money. Become the kind of person who earns more because of your skills. Don't wait for a lucky break. Build the ability to create your own success. Here's the truth. Luck might help you once, but skills will help you for a lifetime. A lucky moment can come and go, but a skill stays with you. You can use it again and again to solve problems, help others, and make money. And remember, every skill starts with being a beginner. It's okay to be bad at first. What matters is that you keep going. Little by little, you get better. Your brain learns faster, your confidence grows, and soon you'll look back and be amazed by how far you've come. So don't just hope. Don't wait for someone to rescue you. Take control of your future. Focus on building real skills. It's the smartest way to train your brain and to train your life for more money. Rule 4. Save your brain from distractions. Your brain is like a powerful machine. It can help you create ideas, solve problems, and build a better life. But just like any machine, it needs the right fuel and focus to work well. In today's world, there is one big enemy that is stealing your brain's power every day: distraction. We live in a noisy world. Every second, something is trying to grab your attention. Your phone lights up with messages. Social media shows you funny videos. Someone calls you just to gossip, and the news fills your mind with fear and drama. These things may seem small, but together, they eat your time, your energy, and your focus. Distraction is one of the biggest reasons why people stay poor. You may have big dreams. You may want to start a business, improve your skills, or change your life. But if you're always checking your phone, watching random videos, or playing games for hours, your dreams stay dreams. Nothing moves forward. Your brain is busy but not productive. It feels active, but it's actually being controlled by distractions. If you want to make more money and live a better life, you must protect your focus. Your attention is your power. What you focus on grows. So train your brain to say no to things that waste your time. It's not easy. Your brain has become used to checking things constantly. But you can break this habit. Start small. Turn off notifications on your phone. Set a time limit for social media. Choose 1 hour a day to focus on learning, creating, or building something useful. Even 30 minutes of focused time every day can change your future. You can use that time to read a book about money, watch a course, learn a new skill, or plan your goals. Set clear goals for your day. Write them down. At the end of the day, check what you completed. When you train your brain to focus on what matters, you'll feel stronger, more in control, and more confident. You will make better decisions and use your time wisely. Remember this: rich people value their time. Poor people waste it. We all have the same 24 hours. The difference is how we use them. Some people spend hours scrolling through social media. Others spend those same hours learning how to make money, investing in their growth, or building something that will last. Which one will you be? Protect your time like it's your most valuable treasure. Because it is. Time lost can never be returned. Once it's gone forever. So guard your mind. Save your brain from useless distractions. Use your attention wisely. And soon, your focused mind will lead you to a life full of success, freedom, and financial strength. Rule 5. Learn how money works. If you want to grow a tree, you need to understand how to care for it. You need to know how much sunlight it needs, how often to water it, and how to protect it from harm. It's the same with money. If you want to grow money, you must understand how it works. You must study it, care for it, and learn how to protect and grow it over time. Sadly, most people were never taught how money really works. In school, we learned about history, science, and grammar, but not about saving, investing, or building wealth. As a result, many adults live with money problems their whole life. They don't know how to budget. They don't understand debt. They fear money instead of using it as a tool. But here's the good news. You can teach yourself. You don't need to be an expert to get started. You don't need a financial degree or a lot of money. You just need the desire to learn and the discipline to study a little every day. Start with simple things. Read beginner books on personal finance. Watch YouTube videos that explain how saving and investing work. Listen to podcasts that break down money topics into easy language. The more you learn, the more confident you become. Money is not magic. It follows simple rules. For example, spend less than you earn. Save regularly. Invest wisely. Avoid bad debt. Build multiple streams of income. These ideas are not hard to understand. But if no one teaches you, you may never use them. That's why self-education is key. Learning how money works will give you freedom. When you understand budgeting, you can control your spending. When you understand investing, your money can grow even while you sleep. When you understand business, you can create income instead of waiting for someone to give you a job. Also, when you understand money, you stop being afraid of it. Many people avoid looking at their bank account. They don't want to see the numbers because it gives them anxiety. But knowledge takes away fear. When you learn, you feel stronger. You take action. You make better decisions. Start with just 10 to 15 minutes a day. Make it a habit. You can study while eating breakfast, commuting, or before going to bed. Over time, your brain will absorb this new knowledge. And as your understanding grows, so will your money. Remember, money is something you can control, not something that controls you, but only if you take the time to understand it. So don't wait for someone else to teach you. Become your own teacher. Learn how money works. Because when you do, you take the first step toward financial freedom, confidence, and a future full of opportunity. Rule 6. Use the power of habits. Success is not one big event. It's not winning the lottery, getting a lucky break, or finding a magic shortcut. Real success and real money is built slowly through small actions repeated daily. These small actions are called habits. If you want to become wealthy, you must learn to use the power of habits. A habit is something you do without thinking much about it. Brushing your teeth, checking your phone, drinking coffee. These are all habits. You don't need to decide every morning, should I brush my teeth today? You just do it. And that's the power of a habit. It becomes automatic. So the big question is, what habits are you training your brain to follow? Let's say you wake up late, scroll through social media, complain about your job, and spend money on things you don't need. These may seem like small actions, but if you do them every day, they build a lazy and weak brain. Over time, these habits make you tired, unmotivated, and broke. Now imagine a different morning. You wake up early, drink water, write down your goals, read a few pages of a good book, and spend 30 minutes working on a side project. You also check your budget before spending. These habits are not difficult, but when done daily, they build discipline, energy, and clarity. They train your brain for success. It doesn't matter if you're not perfect. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small. Choose one good habit and do it every day for 1 week. Then add another. The key is consistency. Repeating good actions again and again trains your brain to follow a positive path. Here are a few money-making habits to consider. Wake up early. This gives you quiet time to think, plan, and focus. Write down your goals. This helps you stay clear about what you want. Learn something new every day. Just 15 minutes of reading or listening can change your mindset. Track your spending. This helps you control money instead of letting it control you. Work on a skill or side hustle. Even a little progress each day adds up. Once these habits become part of your life, they create momentum. You start feeling proud of yourself. Your confidence grows. You begin to believe, I can do this. And that belief is the fuel for even bigger action. Think of your habits like seeds. You plant them daily. At first, nothing happens. But with time, water, and care, they grow into trees that give fruit. Wealth is the fruit. Habits are the seeds. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't aim for perfection. Just begin with one smart habit today. Because the small choices you make each day are quietly shaping your future. Choose wisely. Train your brain through good habits, and it will lead you to a life of growth, confidence, and financial success. Rule 7. Think like a producer, not a consumer. If you want to become rich, you must learn to think differently. Most people think like consumers. They spend their money on food, clothes, fun, and things they don't really need. They buy new phones, fast fashion, expensive coffee, and gadgets. After they spend, they look at their bank account and feel stressed. This is how the poor and middle class live. Always consuming, never producing. Rich people think like producers. Instead of asking, what can I buy? They ask, what can I create? They look for ways to build something, solve problems, and add value to the world. They produce books, businesses, apps, art, courses, services, and solutions. They don't just spend, they create. This is a powerful mental shift. Your brain must move from just using things to making things. If you are always thinking like a consumer, you are always giving money away. But when you think like a producer, money starts coming toward you. Here's a simple example. A consumer buys a cake. A producer learns to bake cakes and sells them. A consumer watches videos. A producer makes videos. A consumer buys clothes. A producer designs or sells clothes. Which one do you want to be? Even if you don't have a big business idea right now, you can begin thinking like a producer in small ways. Maybe you can teach something online, sell a handmade product, do graphic design, tutor students, write articles, or create useful videos. These are all forms of production. When you become a producer, your brain gets sharper. You stop waiting for opportunities. You start creating them. You stop saying, I can't afford that, and start saying, how can I earn more to afford it? This small shift changes your life. You also start to see problems as opportunities. For example, if people in your area need help with cleaning, childcare, translation, or tech support, offer that service. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be helpful. And people pay those who solve problems. The world rewards creators, not complainers. This doesn't mean you should never enjoy things. It's okay to buy what you love once in a while. But you must be aware of your pattern. If all your time is spent watching, buying, and consuming, you are building someone else's dream, not your own. Here's a challenge. Every day, ask yourself, what did I produce today? It could be something small, a helpful message, a blog post, a plan, a product, a lesson, or an idea. These small acts of creation train your brain to think like a wealth builder. So start today. Shift your thinking. Become a creator. Become a problem solver. Use your energy not just to take from the world, but to give something of value. Because the truth is simple. Money follows those who create. Rule 8. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Have you ever noticed how you start to think and act like the people you spend the most time with? This is not a coincidence. Your brain is like a sponge, soaking up the energy, words, and habits of the people around you. Your environment, the people, places, and conversations you engage with, shapes your mindset more than you realize. If you spend your days with people who complain a lot, talk about problems, or are afraid of success, your brain will start to think the same way. You may begin to feel stuck, discouraged, or doubtful about your own abilities. This happens because your brain wants to fit in and be accepted. It tries to match the feelings and thoughts of your close circle. But there is good news. You can change your environment. If you want to grow, get richer, and improve your life, you must choose to be around people who think differently. People who dream big, work hard, and believe in personal growth will inspire you to do the same. Their energy will motivate you, their ideas will challenge you, and their habits will teach you new ways of thinking. This is why many successful people say that your income and mindset depend on the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with growth-minded people, and your brain will start to think bigger and better. Even if you cannot change your immediate friends or family, you can choose who you follow online. Find mentors, coaches, or teachers who share positive messages about success, money, and self-improvement. Join groups or clubs where people talk about goals and support each other's progress. Online communities are full of people ready to help and inspire you. Your brain will absorb this positive energy and knowledge. It's like planting seeds in fertile soil. Your mind grows faster when surrounded by growth. Remember, the right environment is like a safe place for your dreams. It helps you believe in yourself and your ability to succeed. It pushes you forward on days when you feel tired or discouraged. It shows you examples of what is possible. On the other hand, a negative environment is like quicksand. It slowly pulls you down and stops you from moving forward. Here's a simple way to check your environment. Think about the people you talk to the most. Do they encourage you? Do they believe you can succeed? Do they celebrate your progress? Or do they focus on problems, doubts, and excuses? If it's the latter, it's time to make a change. You don't have to cut people out of your life, but you can limit the time you spend with those who hold you back. Use your free time to connect with people who inspire and support you. The truth is, you become the average of the people around you. If you want a richer, smarter, and stronger brain, choose your company carefully. So start today. Look for growth-minded friends, mentors, and communities. Fill your life with positive energy, smart ideas, and encouraging voices. Let your environment be the fuel that drives your success, because when you surround yourself with growth-minded people, your brain will naturally become a powerful machine for making more money and living a better life. Rule 9. Manage emotions, especially fear. When it comes to money, many people think that laziness or lack of skill is the reason they don't succeed. But often, it's not that simple. The real problem is emotions, especially fear. Fear is one of the strongest feelings we have, and it can stop us from taking the right steps to grow our money and improve our lives. Fear makes people avoid risk. It whispers, "What if you lose everything?" This fear stops people from investing in stocks, starting a business, or even asking for a raise at work. Instead of moving forward, they freeze or run away. The result? Missed chances and money left on the table. Fear is natural. It helps protect us from danger. But when fear controls your decisions about money, it becomes a problem. It stops you from trying new things and learning new skills. It makes you play it safe all the time, even when taking some risk is needed to grow. Other emotions can also cause problems. Anger can make you spend impulsively to feel better. Jealousy can make you compare yourself to others and make bad financial decisions just to keep up. Sadness or frustration can cause you to give up too soon. That's why managing your emotions is one of the most important skills for building wealth. The good news is, you can train your brain to control emotions. The first step is learning to pause before reacting. When you feel fear, anger, or stress about money, take a deep breath. Give yourself a moment to think. Ask yourself, what is really happening? Is this fear helping me or hurting me? Am I making this decision based on facts or feelings? Then ask, what is the smart thing to do now? Using logic and facts doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means listening to both your heart and your brain, and choosing the path that leads to the best results. For example, if you want to invest money but feel scared, learn more about investing first. Start small, talk to experts, make a plan. These steps help reduce fear and give you confidence. Emotional strength grows over time. The more you practice managing your emotions, the easier it becomes. You start to see challenges as chances to learn, not threats to avoid. This emotional control helps you make better money decisions. You will stop panic selling when the market drops. You will avoid spending money out of anger or sadness. Instead, you will make calm, thoughtful choices that grow your wealth. Remember, money is a tool, not a source of stress. When your emotions control money, money controls you. But when you control your emotions, you control your money and your future. So start today. Notice when emotions are driving your money choices. Practice pausing, thinking, and asking, what's the smart move? This simple habit can change everything. In the end, being emotionally strong is just as important as knowing how to save or invest. It gives you power to act wisely, stay calm, and build lasting wealth. Rule 10. Use failure as a money teacher. Failure is something everyone experiences. No one is perfect, and making mistakes is part of life. But what separates those who become wealthy from those who stay stuck is how they think about failure. Poor thinkers fear failure. They see it as something to avoid, a sign they are not good enough. But rich thinkers see failure as a teacher, a valuable guide on the path to success. If you lose money, make a bad deal, or fail in business, it can feel painful. You might want to give up and say, I'm not good at this, or maybe money isn't for me. But these thoughts stop you from growing. Instead, try to ask yourself a different question. What did this failure teach me? When you ask this, your brain starts to change. You begin to see mistakes not as the end of the road, but as stepping stones. Each failure gives you important information about what worked and what didn't. This knowledge helps you improve your decisions next time. Think about famous people who became very successful. Did they never fail? No, many failed many times. For example, Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He kept trying until he found the right way. His success came from learning from failure, not being afraid of it. Every failure you experience is like a lesson for your brain. It builds something very important: resilience. Resilience means you don't give up, no matter how hard things get. It means you get stronger with every challenge. When you train your brain to see failure as a tool for learning, you become more confident. You try new things without fear because you know even if you fail, you will get valuable lessons. This mindset helps you take smart risks, risks that are necessary to grow wealth. Failure also teaches you patience. Building money and success takes time. Sometimes progress is slow. Sometimes you lose before you win. But with a strong, failure-friendly mindset, you keep moving forward step by step. Here is a simple practice to use failure as a teacher. After any mistake or loss, write down what happened. Ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? What did I learn about money, people, or myself? Over time, this habit makes your brain stronger and smarter. Remember, failure is not your enemy. It's a friend that pushes you to learn, improve, and become better. The only true failure is stopping because of fear or shame. So don't fear failure. Instead, use it. Let every loss and mistake become fuel for your success. Let it shape you into a wealth builder with a strong, smart, and unbreakable mind. Rule 11. Be patient. Wealth takes time. We live in a world that moves fast. Technology changes every day, news travels instantly, and many people want quick results, especially when it comes to money. It is easy to think that wealth should happen overnight. But the truth is, real wealth takes time. If you want to make more money and build lasting wealth, you need to train your brain to think long-term. This means learning to be patient and understanding that success is a slow and steady journey, not a quick race. Many people give up too soon because they expect fast results. They start a business or save money but get discouraged when they don't see big changes quickly. This feeling of frustration can make them quit before they reach their goals. But the most successful people know that wealth is like planting a tree. You don't see a tree grow in one day. It takes months and years of care, watering, sunlight, and patience. If you stop caring for the tree too early, it will never grow strong and tall. The same is true for money. If you start saving a little every month, it may not feel like much at first. But over time, that small amount grows bigger and bigger. If you learn a new skill today, it may not make you rich immediately. But over months and years, that skill will open doors to better jobs and more opportunities. Patience is a kind of power that many people forget. When you understand that wealth is built slowly, your brain stops rushing and worrying. You don't make hasty decisions or take big risks just to get quick money. Instead, you stay focused on small, smart actions every day. This slow and steady approach is safer and more effective. It protects you from losing money by chasing get-rich-quick schemes. It helps you build a strong foundation that lasts for a lifetime. One way to practice patience is to set clear, long-term goals. Imagine where you want to be in 5 or 10 years. Break those goals into smaller steps and work on them consistently. Celebrate small wins because they show you are moving in the right direction. Also, remind yourself often, wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. This simple thought can keep you calm when things feel slow. It helps your brain accept delays and challenges as part of the journey. Remember, even the richest people started with little or no money. They built their wealth day by day, habit by habit, decision by decision. They stayed patient and persistent. So if you want to grow your money and your life, be patient. Trust the process. Keep learning, saving, and working hard. Over time, your efforts will pay off. When your brain understands that wealth takes time, you will stop rushing or quitting. Instead, you will keep going, steady, strong, and confident. And eventually, you will win. Rule 12. Visualize your wealthy future. Every day. Our brain is very powerful. It believes what we show it often and clearly. This is why visualization, imagining your goals and dreams, is one of the strongest tools you can use to train your brain to make more money. When you take a few minutes every day to close your eyes and picture your future, something amazing happens inside your mind. You begin to create a clear image of success. You might see yourself living in a beautiful home, traveling to amazing places, helping your family, or having the freedom to do what you love without worrying about money. But visualization is more than just seeing pictures in your mind. It is about feeling the emotions that come with your success. Imagine the joy, the pride, the excitement. How does it feel to be financially free? To live without stress about bills or debts? To give generously to others? These feelings make your dream real to your brain. When you do this every day, your brain starts to believe that this future is possible. It begins to work in the background, looking for ways to make your vision real. Your thoughts, habits, and actions start to line up with the future you want. This daily practice gives you energy and motivation. When challenges come, your vision reminds you why you are working hard. It helps you keep going, even when things are difficult or slow. Visualization also gives you direction. Instead of feeling lost or unsure, you have a clear idea of where you want to go. This clarity helps your brain make smart choices that bring you closer to your dream. Many successful people, from athletes to business leaders, use visualization as part of their daily routine. They know that success begins in the mind before it happens in the real world. Your brain does not always know the difference between real and imagined experiences. When you vividly imagine success, your brain trains your body and mind to act like a successful person. To start, find a quiet place each day. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. See your wealthy future clearly. Feel the happiness and confidence of reaching your goals. Imagine the details, what you see, hear, and feel. The more real you make it, the more powerful it becomes. You don't need a long time. Just a few minutes each day can make a big difference. Make this a habit, just like brushing your teeth or exercising. The more you practice, the stronger your brain's belief becomes. Remember, success starts in the mind. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions create your results. So dream big and remind your brain of that dream every single day. Your vision will light the path to your wealthy future. Final words. Your brain is your greatest money-making tool. It is more powerful than your job, your education, your family background, or even your luck. No matter where you come from or what challenges you face, the way you think and train your mind will decide your financial future. The truth is, wealth does not come just from working hard or having special opportunities. It comes from your mindset, how you see money, how you believe in yourself, how you focus your energy, and the habits you build every day. These 12 rules are not magic tricks, but they are the foundation of a money-making mind. When you commit to training your brain with these ideas, you begin to change. You start to think like a person who creates wealth again and again, not someone who waits for luck or chance. This change is slow and it takes time. It won't happen overnight, and there will be challenges. But if you keep going, keep learning, and keep believing, your financial life will change in ways you never thought possible. It's important to understand that every successful person once started where you are now, sometimes with no money, no connections, and many doubts. But they became wealthy because they trained their brains to believe it was possible, and they took action every day to make it real. So take this message seriously. Don't just watch this video once and forget about it. Watch it again whenever you need a reminder. Share it with friends or family who might need this mindset shift too. Because sometimes, all it takes is a new way of thinking to start changing your life. Most importantly, start today. Don't wait for the perfect moment, for the right idea, or for someone else's permission. Your future is waiting for you to rise. The power is already inside your mind. Use it. Train it. Believe in it. Your journey to wealth begins now. One thought, one habit, one decision at a time.